We're back, baby.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the hell time it is for you. Welcome to the Woodhouse Blend. What's up, man?
A panel fell down. That's what's up. Now I'm upset.
Are you?
It's going to bother me.
All right, man. Today it's going to be a good show.
Boy, is it.
I guess. I don't know.
No, it is.
It is?
With a positive attitude.
Great. Okay. All right. I'm kind of in a bad mood because I don't like setting this thing up. It pisses me off sometimes.
You could always just let me set it up and it would alleviate all that. But you're
No.
like,
No.
This is you.
You can't just
right.
set it up.
This is you.
No.
All right. This is my interpretation of you setting it up. No, I would just put the button, and then I go and I'm like, hey, do you want me to? And you're like, no, I want to set it up. You don't obviously talk like that, but in my mind, that's what you're doing.
Shut up. All right. Anyway, what's going on? So I will be going on vacation soon.
No,
all right.
He's taking me with him.
Yeah, I would never, ever do something that ridiculous.
He's gonna do it.
I'm not.
He is.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Contrary to belief, I'm not necessarily fond of him today. So I'm not taking him.
We all know that's a lie. So
all right. So anyway, today, what piqued my interest was that I told someone that I was going on vacation, right? They asked me, they were like, hey, where you going? I was like, it's a secret. Because I don't like necessarily telling everybody my business. All right? I'm trying to practice being a more private person because that's how you get more things done. And I think overall, like, it's a good practice. So I will be going on vacation next week. I don't know what time it is. Let's just say it's next week.
No, but Papa, don't.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm going on vacation, and right now I'm practicing to not use technology as much because I feel like technology is kind of ruining me because I'm around technology 24/7. I'm around technology in the morning when I first wake up to look at my phone to see what time it is because I'm usually running a little late for work, to check the weather, to see what's going on YouTube, to get on iHeartRadio because I like to listen to The Breakfast Club in the morning. And then I drive to work. I usually like to sit in silence sometimes because I like to be one with my thoughts, to know what I'm thinking,
Absolutely.
to see what's going on in my life,
Right.
Talk myself through my day. You know what I'm saying? Give myself a little bit of boost.
Yeah. Get yourself a booster seat for the mind.
No.
Yes.
So as soon as I get to work,
sometimes you just can't quite reach the table.
Reach the table?
Yeah, because you're short.
A little bit of speech impediment there.
First off, I don't think we need to be talking about any speech impediments, as I am a profound speaker.
Well, anyway, I go to work. I work an office job, so I'm around computers all the time. My face is always in front of a computer. And I just get tired of it, man. And now, as right now, I'm doing this podcast, and I'm still around technology. I'm still technically working, so I'm always working.
Not if you close your eyes.
Not if I close my eyes?
Just do it. Try it. Everybody at home, or in your office, just close your eyes. If somebody asks you, hey, what are you doing? Just don't, unless they're your boss, just act like they're not there.
So just ignore people?
Hey, your eyes are supposed to be closed.
That's so rude.
He's not relaxing. Sorry, everybody. And now, just kind of think about how your day's going, your night's going.
Oh.
And then wake back up and realize you're in a room surrounded by soundproof padding.
It's kind of depressing.
No, that's fine.
It's a little depressing.
Shh. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
Anyway,
that's really all of the one I want to do there.
So with that being said, like I said, I want to step away from technology and I want to just chill. I just want to go on vacation and not do too much. I mean, I'm still going to work a little bit because these podcasts need to be edited and extra work and college and everything else. So I'm just going to take a little bit of time, but I lose the factor of actually going to work. All right. That's gone because we work 10 hours a day.
Right.
All right. 10 hours a day.
Isn't that much, but.
And I work overtime too.
Well, you stopped doing that, but.
No, I didn't really.
Well, that's what you told me.
I lied.
Okay, so you are a liar and your feet
Sometimes
don't
I lie. All right.
match.
Sometimes I lie.
Everybody,
And you know what?
everybody tune in because
And you
this.
know what? But look though, I'm not afraid to tell the truth
That's
about lying, which makes
Wait,
me a
what?
genuine person.
I'm not afraid to tell the truth about my lies after they've taken effect.
You see, that makes me a genuine person.
I don't know if that's how that
I
works.
think that is exactly how it goes.
Well, you know,
Mm.
not sure. So, the topic of the day is what are the detrimental or positive effects of technology and are they overtaking our lives? Quick answer, yes.
You think one day, like in the future, our lives are gonna end up like on some Terminator type shit? I honestly I think about that. Like you guys with your Android, sooner or later, like all the Androids, or broken Androids, because it's kind of a trash phone, are going to get together and create one being, and just like.
So you're saying a superior phone that we could just combine and make into basically a transformer?
Yeah, but they would just enslave us.
Superior.
They would just enslave us.
Did you just admit that Apple is trash?
You know what? Honestly, I don't take a side with these phones.
Sure,
All right,
sure.
I'm not team Apple and I'm not team Samsung.
Oh,
I've had both.
Way to play the middle line.
I will always play the middle line, sir.
I bet you will.
Because
I bet you will.
what does that even mean?
You know what that means.
I
that means
don't.
if there's a fence, you don't jump over it. You just jump on the center of it.
I just balance on it.
Yeah, with your crotch.
That's a Zen-like approach to it.
I've never been in a Zen-like state with my crotch in between a
My
fence.
crotch isn't on it. My feet are on it.
Your feet, you're standing on a fence?
That's right. My feet are on the fence.
Are you afraid of heights? Because you're about to be.
Why would the fence be that high?
I don't know. It might be a tall fence.
Why would it be a tall fence? I wouldn't even get on a tall fence.
But you just said.
Look.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with tall fences.
Wow. See? The fence would work, everybody. The border is going to get...
You're stupid. You're stupid.
I'm just screwing with you.
But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about
Technology.
Like, how often do you use your phone, sir?
So I actually was listening to something on YouTube today about kind of like a social experiment. I guess on Apple phones, you can look at how much your screen time is.
That's right. Can Samsungs do that?
I honestly don't know. Probably, though.
But you don't know.
Yeah, I didn't do the research to check.
I bet.
So, you can check right now.
Not saying. Oh,
I'm
I know I can.
I'm
I
kind
know
of
I
curious
can.
how much time you spend, though.
My phone tells me all the time.
Oh, boy.
It tells me every day, every morning.
And what was your screen time for today so far? So the premise...
Screen time. 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, honestly, that's...
So 45 minutes of social networking.
That's a decent bit.
35 minutes playing video games.
Oh, it just jumped up.
Yeah, I like to stay in the toilet a lot and hide and just play video games on my apps, bro.
Oh my gosh. So
yeah, and then 28 minutes of entertainment. So that's music.
So technology is incredible. Technology has done so much for us. And, in many aspects, it's a huge blessing in interconnectivity and spreading ideas, information. But at the same time, it is crushing us with an amount of media that it's just too much for our brains to really take the time to chew on. So in the video I was listening to today, there was a psychologist who's very much into more of a minimalistic level of technology. He doesn't, as far as I'm aware, have a smartphone, have social networking apps and stuff like that. And what he was discussing and saying is that studies have been done that, you're taking in so much media. You're taking in so much of your day with different ads, videos, posts. The posts are socially engineered to get likes and be a dump of basically approval, which everybody is after, right? And this causes an underlying level of anxiety that we've adjusted to be a norm in our culture and that's just how it is. People suffer from anxiety. But if you really think about it, when you were a kid, which I know things are different, but the talk of anxiety wasn't really that big of a thing until we had this dawn of social media being such a prevalent part of our lives. I mean, I don't remember, my parents really talking about like, yeah, I'm so anxious today. It was never like that for me
Yeah, but would you consider that a bad thing or a good thing?
to not be anxious.
No, 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 no. To like that people are talking about anxiety and things because, like you said, that never was a thing.
Right, but is it causation or correlation? Is it caused
Mm.
by the amount of media and technology that we are consuming and our brain saying, listen, I can't compute this anymore. I'm starting to shut down. And it causes you to have a negative reaction. And you're just thinking that, oh, I just have a low level of anxiety or depression. Or, there are definitely people who suffer from real true depression. And that is a crushing thing,
It is.
right? That is a serious thing to really look at. It causes a lot of suicides. It causes a lot of withdrawn behaviors, and it can be dangerous. Now, anxiety in its own right, it can be dangerous, but it normally will lead into like a level of depression because you're so anxious all the time, and you don't know what to do with it. What they're saying is the amount of time that you're spending on your phone, on social media, doing all of these things, it is causing you to slowly become more anxious because your brain is just not able to take in that much and still process at a relaxed rate, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, there's just something about what I'll call breaking up with your phone. At first it's hard, man. It's almost like an addiction. I remember
Oh, no, it is.
I remember the first time like I actually like got rid of my phone, right? So I was making videos, I was doing all these things, right? And I was like building up my Instagram and I was really into it, right? But it got to the point where I lost the feeling of wanting to be engaged in my own craft, and it was more about likes and what people were saying in the comments and people being proud of me and kudos for this and kudos for that. But it's crazy, man. Like, and I like my old iPhone. I could do anything to it and it would break. But once I remember I was sitting on the couch. I was like laying down on the couch, and my phone was on my knee, just like it is right now. And I got up just for a little bit, and my phone fell like maybe a foot down, and it just completely stopped working. Completely just cut off. I didn't have a phone for like a week. I didn't know what the hell to do with myself for like 2 days.
Bet you became so productive though.
I was so productive.
It's
like I was
insane.
still productive. I was still productive with my phone, but I was like, it was more along the lines of I don't care anymore.
Right.
Like I don't care about what people are saying. Like I don't care. And then now it's rubbed off on me. Like I don't use my phone a lot. Like I use it when it's important. I use technology when it's important. But like now that I look back on social media and I see the things that people post, I'm just like, that's stupid. Now don't get me wrong. Like you can post whatever you want to post. If you want to post your feelings, if you want someone to actually notice you, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Post away. We all have different ways of venting. But at the end of the day, if you're just posting just to post and you can't see that, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge problem. Might be a combination of insecurity, anxiety, some depression, maybe some narcissism. Maybe just a big ass narcissist.
Yeah. Well, and the rough thing is it is very hard because, companies have really made and started to mold social media to be gratifying, to give you a dopamine dump, to basically give you gratification to a certain extent. But I'll tell you, like, I don't really get that much enjoyment out of social media. You'll get a funny video that you like watching. It'll make you laugh. It's good for those things. But like in meaningful connections and like meaningful conversations, those are all the ones that I have in memory are all face to face. Those are the things that stick. Those are the things that really stay with you. And I feel like we're having issues now as a society communicating together in front of each other.
That's right.
Because
I think we're just too connected.
we are too connected. We feel like we already know what's going on with somebody. And if that doesn't make you feel like anxious, I don't know what will. It's this level of, oh my gosh, everybody knows everything about me, especially if you are a very active poster. Like, it's just a crushing weight to be like, oh, I've got to post today. It becomes a job. It used to be that social media was a tool to stay connected, but the video I was watching today, it was talking about how they engineered it. They actually went to casinos and said, hey, we need to do a study. We want to see how to get people to stay on longer, and it worked. And like, I'll do it all the time. I'll check my phone for no reason, absolutely no reason, and it drives me up the wall that I'm doing it. But like at the same time, I can't stop it.
Yeah, I get you. Where you going?
Keep talking.
Where you going?
Keep talking.
Sir, where are you?
I'm just right here.
We're doing something.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, another one's falling.
Oh my God.
I can't freaking take it.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
So look,
not gonna do it.
we're not professionals, and we set up this whole studio room, right? But there are some squares that kind of like fall off.
Well, that's because we used a different
Okay,
method.
So the first method that we were using was tape.
Yep, double-sided.
Double-sided tape, right?
Yep.
Double-sided tape was working.
It was working.
It was working a little bit.
All right,
But then we got lazy and was like, no, we're just going to the store and we're just going to buy some glue.
Oh, no, we upgraded.
That's right. We upgraded. We didn't get lazy.
That's right.
What are you doing?
You're so loud in my head.
Oh.
But now I'm better.
Oh.
Anyways,
I can barely hear me.
Yes, you can.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That's fine.
Sorry, people.
So,
I get excited.
I personally have
Passionate.
been like pretty convicted about how much I'm on social media and the negative effects of it. Like, I want so badly to disconnect, but now we're starting up this podcast and it's almost like we have to re-engage. I think it's at the point where we need to just realize that whatever is being posted about, it can wait to be viewed, looked at. And in reality, I don't even post that much on social media. So I don't know why I'm checking it all the time. I'm like a lurker.
I share.
Seriously. I'm like, yeah, I see you posted Margaret.
That's weird, though.
What are you posting about today?
That's weird, though. You don't think that's weird?
What?
You don't think that's a bit stalkish?
It would
You don't
be.
post
No,
things?
I'm not looking for them specifically, but it comes across my feed. I'm like, oh, really? You're having issues with
Your mans.
Well, oh, yeah, those posts. I just don't understand why, some people, well, you might as well tag them. You know what I'm saying? At that point, everybody knows.
Nah, man, you gotta throw shade. That's just for attention, so they know.
Some people just don't want to listen, and then bad things happen.
Bruh, I cannot stand people like that.
And
bruh.
then the sides start being taken up in the comments, and that's where the real fight is fought. Where it's like, girl, I know, I tell you what, men are not crap. And then somebody else is like, actually, men are fine. And they're like, Cynthia, why are you even in these comments?
You need to do your research because you don't know.
Yeah,
Bruh, let me tell you something, right? Because I've had an ex, right?
I get texts from my exes because they want a second chance. They don't. Nobody texted me back.
But look, I've had this one ex, right? Oh my God. When we were dating, and we were kids though. So I was like, I think I was 19, 20 at the time. And she would make these little comments, like we would get into an argument. You know when you have a conversation and you post, someone posts a status
Right.
of it, and it directly correlates to the conversation. Like it's a reflection of the conversation.
Uh-huh.
So I'm talking to her and I asked her, I'm like, yo, why did you post that? Like, what made you post that? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know what I mean. That sounds just like the argument that we just had about each other. She was like, I didn't post that about you. That sounds like me. Like you, it's like she could literally be like, you know what? Sometimes, there's people who are fucking black and bald and have a goatee and You know what I'm saying?
And they just don't respect
Yeah, they
me.
just don't respect me. Like, they need to watch their mouths. So I'm just like, yo, who else the fuck do you know
That could be like
with these characteristics?
at least 34% of the population.
Yeah, it's like, I'm posting this for people who need it. The fuck you mean people who need
So
it?
you need it.
I need it.
But then their girls are gonna get in there and be like, "Girl, preach! I know.
He just insecure.
That's right."
Mm.
But so, have you seen the Instagram post where? Oh my gosh, it drives me insane, but it's kind of funny and positive at the same time.
What?
Where somebody will post something, just a regular picture with a little caption like, I'm not even going to try to make one up because they're just like, they could be the most random thing. It'd be like, yeah, blood is red, but blue's the color of the sky. And then it's just a picture of them posing, right? And then in the comments, it'll be, girl, I wish I was you. Fire.
They usually put like all the emojis
Yeah.
and
Oh
shit.
my gosh, you're perf. Yeah. Yeah. And then the girl goes back and like, oh my gosh, no, stop. You're great. Back and forth.
Sir, that is what we call thirst trapping in my community. I'm serious, bro. I'm so serious. Like, they will post the dumbest shit about anything. Like, they will post a picture of them half naked and be like,
I just bought this couch.
and be like, always look to the sunny skies. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you, bruh? Like, well, you can delete me. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to be friends with me. I'm like, bitch, what are you, really? I mean, I don't call them bitch, but you know what I'm saying? That's just in my head.
Right.
For all the women out there, I don't call girls bitches.
Are you sure about that?
Out loud in their face. I don't call them that.
I can't recall any time that you have in a loud manner either.
I've said bitch?
It may have been off the phone.
Oh, yo, I have, but I gotta be really mad though. But I didn't say it to her though.
To be fair, he was
heated. I was really.
He was at least heated to 375. He's ready to cook some potatoes.
I like a good 425.
Yeah, we're gonna cook some potatoes tonight. I just set that in place.
Is that how you're telling me what you want to make tonight?
I love potatoes.
What are we?
Anyways, so I was thinking it'd be so funny if guys did the same thing. Like, if you could convince the male populace of social media to be doing that, like during a specific month, and see if girls caught on to what we were doing. Like, guy posts a picture, he's like in the gym flexing, they're like, oh my gosh, those muscles, can I borrow? Just like over and over again. It's like, no, stop. Bro, you're so swole. Just back and forth. I just want to see.
That'd be good. I think dudes should do that. I think, honestly, like, on some real talk, like, I think guys should do that. You know? It would help out with the anxiety problem, the anxiety issue.
I don't think it would.
Media.
I don't think it would.
You don't think
why?
it would? Why?
Because then, let's say people stop doing it because it's annoying, right? You post a picture, you think, I look great in this picture. Mm-hmm. Like, this is probably the best picture I've ever had or taken, and you get no comments, little likes. Yep. Then what are you going to do? You're going to feel insecure as hell because...
Oh, my God.
Yep, because you posted a fire selfie and nobody cares. Because you know what? Nobody actually cares.
Well, you know what they should do? They should give people like an art class before they actually create their account. Because they need to understand that no matter what, it's a form of art, bro. Taking a photo, posting a photo is a form of art. And art is, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Art
is
beautimous.
No.
Okay, not what you wanted. Art is chaos.
No, art is
it a descriptive word?
Yeah, man. It's like if I'm looking at this picture right here, right?
Right. Okay.
This is a picture. I think this picture is fucking fire.
Oh, that is.
But you think this picture is complete and utter trash.
That's my critique.
No, there's another word
Okay,
for it.
sorry, I was trying.
Subjective.
Ah.
Subjective. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Yes.
Art is subjective, bro. And some people, you know what? Maybe you get 1 like, maybe you get 10 likes. But you know what? No matter what, I still think people may not feel the same way about likes anyway. Like, for example, you know what I'm saying? I'm just Joe Schmo. I'll post something and I get 10 likes. You know what I'm saying? Some people are happy about that. Some people are like, well, damn, bro. People
Right.
love me. The world loves me. I should be a celebrity.
But we are finding a level of satisfaction and a level of gratification out of people liking something. We are seeking approval.
That's what I'm talking about.
And in doing so on such a regular basis,
Yeah.
when something doesn't get liked, you start to get anxious because that's something you thought you put a lot of work into, which you really didn't, or you might have, who knows. And it's not getting the
recognition
that you feel it should have. And for some people, that is really rough.
Some people kill themselves over that shit.
Yeah, I mean that's an extreme, but you know that's a big thing to think about, and you know it's hard to pull back from that because once you get something that really starts to take off, let's say a set of pictures, whatever it is a dopamine dump where it's like, yeah, people like this, people approve of this.
Not really, man.
Yeah, no, but scientifically it is. And they've engineered social media apps to do that, to be able to give you a response of, oh, yeah, that person likes my stuff. That's great. That person cares. That person cared enough to not just scroll past something. They hit a like button. They hit double tapped. They hit a heart. They reacted to it, whatever it is.
But sometimes, bro, like if you're popular, your pictures don't even got to be that great. Like
Right.
you could post, like you could be like this big, say like we're celebrities, right?
Uh-huh.
And I want to try this out too. I really want to try this out. Like if we ever get big on social media, we start trending and stuff.
All right, I've got it.
Whatever the kids are saying.
Picture
I
of
want
a watermelon.
Well, yeah, we'll take a picture of a watermelon
A slice.
and like
Not even a good slice.
our knee or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a fucking
Wait,
knee.
is it going to be an ashy knee?
Yo, yeah, an ashy knee. I want an ashy knee, and I want cocoa butter.
No, half of it.
Half of it, and the cocoa butter right beside it, the actual container right beside it.
Okay.
And now we'll call it art. That will be the caption, art.
Do you know that
half in, half out?
Shoot, who was it? Somebody famous.
Hashy.
Oh, somebody sold.
That's a new word for half ashy.
So you would have the hash browns.
I get it.
Because you're
get it. Oh my God, no.
What?
Coworker's not coming. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Oh well.
C'est la vie, as the French say, or as they would say in the French, say, c'est la vie. I don't actually know if that's how they would do it. That's totally just something I'm making up in my head.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, don't worry. We're gonna let you know when you text me and let you know that you made it on the podcast.
Screw.
But continue what you were saying. I'm sorry.
What was I saying?
What were you saying?
Social media. Technology.
Yeah. I mean, yo, how many? Okay, so apps on your phone, like games. Like, what do you play?
It's hard to play anything at work because I don't have the best service in the building. But
that's too bad.
It is. So yeah, I'd have to do offline games and
That's offline.
I'm a big fan of strategy games actually. I find them pretty engaging. I like a build up from the bottom type game. I used to play a lot of Command and Conquer as a kid.
Oh, like the Clash of Clans and all that.
StarCraft. I played those games very regularly as a kid, and it was very I fell in love with strategy games, and they call them RTS, real time strategy, because you have to react to however your opponent is attacking you, right? If I could have a dream job, it'd probably be like a military strategist, but I'd have to go to like a war school college for that, and I just not at that point in my life.
Hey man, that'd be dope. You should do it.
Yeah, maybe, but not really something I'm Like it's a great idea. I love it. I love the idea.
It'd be cool, but you don't. That's not something that you can see yourself like staying in.
No, I could. I could make a career out of that and be pretty satisfied with it, but I don't know. It's just not where I'm at right now. But yeah, so I've played a couple games where it's a lot of them fall into the pay to play, pay to win, which is unfortunate because you'll have players who, dump a bunch of money into the game. And when I say a bunch of money, I mean hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into the game. And developers aren't going to stop them because that's money to them. And they've been developing it. That's how they're making their revenue because the games are typically free. So those people become titans in the game, and it's so hard to beat them as a player who's not paying. So it's kind of, it has its ups and downs, but sometimes it can be very gratifying. You meet people, you make little guilds and clans and try to attack people, get territory, stuff like that. I do have Clash of Clans. I never play it anymore because, but I spent years building my account, so I just was like, I don't want to delete it.
Did you pay for it?
No, I never paid a cent. That's why I was kind of proud of it.
Just on the grind, huh?
I was on the grind, baby. What? No.
You
That's a different type of
Were you on the grinder?
I was not.
You sure?
Positive.
I don't know. You make me wonder sometimes.
What?
Hey, man. Your business is your business.
Listen, I get picked up on gaydar a lot. And I think that's because of my sparkling personality.
Look, man. I know you're not gay. Well, I know you're not gay.
Yeah. Thanks. I think.
Hey, you're welcome. All right. No, well, what I like to play, and I like to play on the toilet. Like, if you pay attention to me real carefully, you'll know when I'm about to go play. For real, man. Because, like, sometimes, bro, like, I'll just be at work. I'm just like, man, I want to leave, bro. I want to leave. I'm like, you know what? Time to go on a little potty break, bro.
Yep.
Time to go on a little potty. So I play, right? And I'm pretty sure some people are going to laugh at me. I don't care. Because this is what I like to do. Right? I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
No way.
I play Yu-Gi-Oh. I know. I see your big-ass stack of box of cards and shit out.
I've got like 6 made decks.
Yeah, I know. I saw. I played with them a little bit.
So, no, you don't.
I did play with them a little bit. You were gone.
What?
It was like when I first moved in.
No, you didn't.
I was like, oh, shit, this little Joey Wheeler deck and shit. And then you got the Kaiba deck and the Yugi deck, and there's Dark Magician and the Buster Blade. Actually, the Buster Blade is on top, and you can see it.
No, you're making these up.
I'm not making it's in the big ass box that's on top of the thing. How could you miss it? It's big as hell.
Anyways, so I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards for a while. Fell off the Pokemon game, but I really
because nobody know how to play that shit.
Yeah, nobody knew. I learned
how to play later, from the Game Boy game.
Yeah, but so I got into Yu-Gi-Oh because it was a little bit simpler, and I liked the art of the cards and stuff like that. And then I fell off of it, and then I started working at Ruby Tuesday, and some of the guys were pretty nerdy. Started talking about how they used to play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, and how they actually made decks and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh, hey guys, I still have a ton of my cards. And we were like, no. I was like, yeah, you should bring them in. We'll look at them and stuff. I was like, yeah, okay. Brought them in. Bro, we fell back in deep. We started staying after work when it closed and had little Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, like battling each other's decks and stuff like that. How
old were you, bro?
No, this was like 24, 23.
So a couple years ago?
Bro, I'll tell you what, though. I had a great time with it. Like, that's a memory I'll cherish because it was something I never got to do as a kid, and I got so much enjoyment.
Really?
Yeah, like, I didn't know how to play.
I got a story for you.
I didn't know how to play,
let me tell you what happened. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, well, I didn't know how to play, and these guys were explaining it to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I have all these cards. This is what I've been waiting for. I didn't know the order of how we had to play, and I started learning it. And I started buying more cards because I was very interested.
There is so much fucking strategy when it comes to this game.
So much.
I'm serious.
No, really though.
Like I'm just like I'll play it and I'm just like okay, and no, I'm playing against the computer. Mm-hmm. And you can play with like the other folk,
right?
Like actual like players and shit. But I just do it to practice. And you just, like, beat people, and you like, buy booster cards, and you put your deck in, blah, blah, blah. Right. And it's so cool. It's so relaxing for me. But when I was young, right, because I got my childhood with the cards, right, and people were like robbing each other for cards.
Oh my gosh.
Like people were even selling like I remember when the Egyptian god cards first came out.
Oh jeez.
Yo, people were selling like people were selling Egyptian god cards to dumbass kids, bro. Like they would do like the little cutout and paste it on the card, bro. Like based on a random card and then give it to people.
Bro, those cards, the Egyptian god cards, had the most ridiculous amount of things that you had to do to play them. I had a bunch of them. I still do. And I'm like, I can never use these. I don't have the requirements.
What was required?
Oh my gosh, there was a ton of different things. It was like, I can't even. It's too much.
Man, anyway, so just like the show, for those that don't know, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a TV show, all right? The TV show, actually the cards came out first, and then, no. The cards came out first, and then the TV show came out.
It started in Japan.
Yeah, it started in Japan, and it was like big. So it got really big in America, right? So the whole story is that in ancient Egypt, everyone would summon monsters. They had like these magic powers to summon monsters. And then as time went on, they sealed them all into cards. The cards were found. And now people just play with these cards for fun, but did not know that it was called a shadow game. Anyway.
Do you know what that actually meant?
No.
So when you were getting sent to the Shadow Realm,
you going to hell?
It was killing them.
Oh.
That's what the Shadow Realm was.
Oh, shit. That's how people was dying?
Yeah.
But people will go to the Shadow Realm and then come back.
I don't know exactly how it works, but that's kind of what the premise was.
Oh. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So when I was in middle school, and my boy had like an actual like blue eyes white ultimate dragon, little 3-head dragon. Look, I sound nerdy as hell, but I don't care.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway,
you give it to
but
him.
like so in the show, there were people in the show that had like these what was called a Millennium Item, right? And the Millennium Item had like special powers that they could do with their item or whatever in the show. So what we did a tournament to where it was like kind of like the Battle City Saga. So everyone got like their own Millennium Item, and they like got a ticket, and you would show like your item. You'd be like, okay, I got the necklace, so I'm able to see the cards that you have in your deck once per. The cards that you have in your hand. I get to see 2 cards that you have in your hand once per turn. And we do like little special stuff like that. And if you lost, you got to give up your rarest card. Bruh, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I bet feelings got hurt.
There was school fights, bro. It was bad. Like it was bad. Like they even banned the cards, man. Like they banned. Like it was bad, man. People was out there. It was but it was great though because it was good for the community. Like there weren't any guns. I mean, no, people were still fighting.
Y'all killing me out here.
I mean, but it was cool though. Like you was a kid, people were like, "Yo, I can't wait to do your punk ass at lunch." You know what I'm saying? What's up with them those government nachos? If I beat you, I get your government nachos. Like that's how it was, man. Like we was kids being kids.
Did you have any like?
And then we grew up and started getting into girls and said, "Fuck them cards."
Yeah, tag on it,
Women's, man.
Women's.
So then we had to put money into women's. I was like, "What about my cards?" She was like, "Forget them cards."
You were like, "Okay."
Yeah. But anyway, man, that's the app that I like to play with, man. Like when I'm on,
You know, it's funny. I had that app for a long time.
Which one? Did you have the real one?
The real one.
The real one?
The big one.
No, this one? The dual generation
that
one?
one.
See? Yep. See? Yep. Okay, you cool. I was wondering about you.
I had
cool
it.
now.
Yep. I finally deleted it because my phone, it took up too much memory on my old phone. I was like, I don't play it as much as I used to, so I'm just going to move on. I got pretty far in it, I'll be honest.
Me too.
I destroy it.
You ain't. You can't.
I got decks.
I restarted over. I started over for the 4th time because I beat it so easily.
Well, I mean,
because I'm a beast.
I don't know if you know, I've got decks on hand.
Them decks is trash.
You don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke.
You just say you don't want smoke.
No, you don't want that smoke.
No, you say
it's Pacific.
You say you don't want smoke.
It's Pacific.
It's not you don't want that smoke.
Oh, you don't want that smoke.
That's like saying I want my smoke. I want my smoke. You don't say that.
Maybe I do want my smoke.
Sir, the phrase is you don't want smoke.
I don't think that's what it is.
That's
I'm pretty well versed on the
as a rep for the community, sir.
What community?
The community. It's you don't want smoke. All right, bruh. I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you followers for this.
Hey,
I'm trying
listen,
to get
listen. Guy at work, Gerard, told me that if I went to his part of Florida, I'd be a giant. I'm 5'10", and that's a great feeling. So I think I'm gonna take a trip.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, you pretty tall.
I'm not that tall.
You pretty tall.
5'10".
For a dude in Florida, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Bruh, I'm serious.
I just imagine.
You ever been to Florida?
Yes, I've been to Orlando.
I mean, that doesn't count.
What do you mean?
That's where tourists go.
Well, that's where we went.
Did you go? Have you been to like Tallahassee?
I also went to Miami, but that was going to Brazil. So
That don't count neither.
I just stopped in.
That doesn't count. You were in the airport.
Yep, you're right. That's a big airport. You ever been in the Miami airport?
Yeah.
It's like 2 miles, 3 miles long.
It's pretty nice. Their food is pretty good too. It's not as good as Atlanta's airport, but it's pretty dope.
Hot Atlanta. Yeah, okay. So I don't mind playing phone games. I feel like that's a little less of a I don't feel like that would produce anxiety, right? Because you're just playing something for the enjoyment of it. It's really not causing you to have many negative side effects other than taking up some of your time that you could be doing with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable, right? But I think that on a level of social media, it can be very hard on your brain. So,
Man, look.
People need to step away from social media, and they need to just say, okay, look, I need to set apart a time of my day where I don't do anything. I hide my phone. I shut it off because I'll constantly look towards my phone.
Yeah, I will too, and I feel like I'm missing
crackhead.
something. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm okay, because I'm kind of I'm being a hypocrite now because I feel like I need my phone because, you know what I'm saying, I'm at a leadership position, so I could get an email. I could get an email at any time.
That's fair.
Like I got one today.
That's fair. But at the same time, it should be able to. It can wait.
Can it wait?
It can. Like, it really can wait. There's this overarching, like, oh, it needs done now. It doesn't need done now. There's a work day for that. If there is something that needs done at work, then guess what? We can do it the next day, the next work day. Unless it's something like a timesheet that must be signed by a certain date, then yeah, obviously that's
on my timesheet. I did.
That's going to be something that needs done very soon. But otherwise, it can be done the next day. It can be handled the next day. But people are so used to getting this automatic response that they don't want to wait. You don't want to wait.
I wait. Other people might not. Bruh, speaking on me.
Okay,
I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for me.
Speak on it.
I have practiced the ability to stay away from my phone. Right. I love my phone. I think my phone is great. It costs me a lot of motherfucking money.
Tell it.
All right. And I got insurance on this. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this.
Right.
All right.
We get the use out of it, of course.
Yeah. But, you do. Because now I'm sounding is weird. Like, do you think I lost it?
Do I think what?
I lost it.
Okay.
I lost it. I had it, but I lost it. Oh, jeez. I got to find it now.
So it used to be harder to access social media because it was just on a computer. With the dawn of the iPhone, which really changed the game for technology in general, Steve Jobs jumped light years ahead of other companies and just crushed them. And then everybody caught up.
Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah.
The creator of what?
The iPhone. No, the iPhone was absolutely revolutionary.
Right.
But to say that it is still the only top phone on the market, you are off your rocker.
Damn, I was going to do something.
Nah.
I was going to be mean.
He did incredible stuff. Now, the next iPhone, in my opinion, is going to be wearable technology that can be produced, what I like to call Iron Man technology, where you can literally strap two things to your wrists and you can throw whatever you want, whatever you're looking at, a Facebook feed right up in front of you is like almost a hologram, and you can scroll through it. That whoever can do that and make it affordable for the average American or first world country, whatever you want to say, they are going to crush the phone market.
That's like on some sci-fi type shit.
It is, but it is not far away, and wearable technology is where we're going.
You want to know something else that I read up on? I got it now. This is gonna be fun. Fun little subtopic. So pornography, right? Porn, right?
Okay.
Now, with the development of smartphones, sir,
Okay.
pornography is highly accessible.
Yep.
All
And
right.
it's honestly,
You can watch it anytime, anywhere. You can watch it in your house,
unfortunate.
your room,
Yep.
your mom's house,
Okay.
your grandparents' house,
Why are you doing this?
on the bus,
Why?
at the bus stop,
We don't suggest these things, by
at
the
the
way.
Chinese restaurant.
Please don't do it. there.
Anywhere, yo.
Yeah. So, what's your point?
Do you think that you know what? Fuck what you think. I think that people are a little desensitized. I heard, you know what? I think because of that, it's causing a lot of people to experience erectile dysfunction early.
Yep. So, there was I can't remember where. I want to say it was Canada. They went around to a university, and they were trying to study the effects of pornography, specifically on male candidates between a certain age. It was kind of like pre-adult male. So you want to say like 18 to 21-ish or something like that. I think they even expanded the bracket because they were having issues finding people. But the study had to be done with a group of people who had viewed pornography and then a larger group that hadn't. And they couldn't complete the study because they couldn't find a single person who had not been exposed to it
Yeah.
on any real level.
When was your first time experiencing pornography, sir? Be careful. Your mom might be listening to this.
Oh no, they knew because they.
Oh my God,
they
bro, you're
found out about it.
disgusting.
No, they found out about it.
How they find
It was
out?
on a computer at my house.
Oh my God,
I was young.
my parents never found out.
I was young, and my parents tried to keep tabs on that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you weren't that smart, huh?
I didn't know there was a search history.
You didn't know there was search
I
history.
didn't. I was, like I said, I was young. I was in like 6th, 7th grade.
Are you
6th grade.
serious, bro?
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something. We were taught about search history a long time ago.
Okay, that's great. Look, if I could go back, I really wish I would have never, ever delved into that.
Why?
Because it...
Okay. Porn is great when you're young and you have no idea what's going on. That was probably one of the most fascinating points of my life.
But what has it done to the male populace?
Better, I've know a little bit more about sex.
Okay, but in its own right, it's also turned our minds in a totally different direction about the opposite sex or whatever you're into.
But it makes me more experienced for older women, though.
Okay, but when it comes down the line, when it comes to you're finally settled for, and I shouldn't say settled, but you've finally found the person that you're ready to settle down with and make a life with, right?
Oh, shit.
Somebody you're about to, marry and try to spend the rest of your life with.
Mm.
What effects of pornography are they going to be negative or positive that you've seen throughout your whole life? Is it going to affect your marriage in a positive direction or a negative?
It could be both.
I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, negative.
Why do you say negative?
Okay,
I gotta hear this shit.
In a typical, we'll say typical, monogamous relationship, which would be a marriage, right? It's you and that person, right? Typical.
Okay.
Typically, right?
Typically.
You're marrying that person. You're going to be with that person. Infidelity, obviously, is something that you're not trying to do. Because you love that person, so you are now prepared to pour the rest of your life and your love into that person.
Maybe.
It shouldn't be maybe if you're marrying them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have been given your whole life, or I shouldn't say your whole life, your ever since you found out about pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Options. You have been given legitimized options. You can search whatever you want about whoever you want in a broad spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like tasting the rainbow, right?
Okay.
You can get anything you want, and your brain starts to react differently. Certain things that you used to watch don't do it for you anymore, so you have to look for something different. Your brain gets desensitized to it, like you said.
So like a severe addiction.
Yeah, because, and women don't really understand this. Sex for men, especially in a visual form, is so much more addicting to the male populace than the female populace. Our bodies are hardwired to be ready in less than 10 seconds. A normal male can be fully erect in less than 10 seconds, right? So when we are given a physical stimuli like that in such an aggressive fashion and in any way we want, our brain goes crazy and starts dumping endorphins on you. It becomes an addiction easily. And a lot of young men are falling into this. And you say erectile dysfunction is one thing, but what about the cheating culture that we've fallen into as a society?
But what about that's true. That's the truth. But also you got to think about like if people are looking at that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some people who don't feel like they need to cheat. There's some people just like, okay, well, at least I know what's out there, you know?
What do you mean?
At least I know. Because anything, for example, people who don't cheat, like there was a movie I watched. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it started off like this. There was a girl that was married to this guy, right?
Uh-huh.
And they had been with each other since they were children, right? They grew up in church together, did all these things together. And she was getting a little bored. And she had like a little wild side to it. She never watched porn, never did any of that. She just subconsciously had like those wild thoughts, right? The husband wasn't supplying it to her, right? Just coming with the same old stunts that he would do, right? So then there's this other guy that comes along, right? Sweeps off her feet, you know what I'm saying? Nice chocolate bald man, right?
I don't know why I got so specific like that. But
Yeah,
okay.
because that's what he was. I'm just saying, like bald people, we're out here, you know? We're out here, right? We are out here.
Us haired folks have more options.
No,
because we get to style it.
no. Because you hurt your feelings once a bald dude comes in. It's like, hey, maybe if your genetics were a little messed up, maybe.
What?
No, but no, he swept off her feet. What the fuck is this movie called? Anyway, he swept off her feet. Swept. Sorry, he swept her off her feet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she was just interested, and she started cheating. Right? She started cheating. Come to find out, and then he gave her AIDS, and that was like it was
Well, I did not expect that turn. Oh my
Really?
gosh. That was a twist.
Yo.
I did not understand.
Yeah.
Like you hit me out of nowhere with that. I
man.
thought it was just gonna be like, yeah, so then they got married and they stuck it out and now they're
Nah, like no joke. Like no,
he gave her
he
AIDS.
gave her AIDS and
oh
shit.
my gosh.
So the
Wow.
husband found out about the cheating, found out where she was. She was all messed up. She was beaten up. He beat the dude up, right? Took her away, and then it cuts into the next scene. The next scene is in the future, right? And the girl, she's going to the pharmacy because that's where the husband works. And she's picking up her medicine, right? And then they meet each other, they talk for a little bit, and then she leaves. And then it goes down to credits. And then here's another woman with children, right, that goes in and meets up with the husband. So apparently the story was saying that, yeah, they divorced and he married someone else.
Right.
You know, the whole AIDS thing. But the point that I'm trying to make is, like, I don't think pornography is a sole part. I think it is a contributing factor, but I don't think it's like, because there's tons of people who watch porn and don't cheat. There's, you know what I'm saying? There's some people just, they watch so much porn, they're just like, they make it a routine thing
That it's an
with their
addiction,
significant. No. Some people, okay, that would be an addiction.
Yeah.
But there are some people who stop watching porn or just like to watch porn. They look at it as an art. and they like to watch it with their significant other
Okay.
and get aroused and have grumpy
So-
sex. I don't know.
How, and I don't know this off my head, how do you think that has affected the divorce rate in the United States?
I think the divorce rate is a little. I don't think porn directly.
I'm not saying porn directly, but I'm saying that our society has become more and more degraded in a level of commitment. We are given now a plethora of options, and everyone is telling you to choose your best option. Don't settle for anything but your best option, which that is
that's not bad advice.
That's an amicable thing to say, right?
Yeah.
You want people to achieve the best, right?
Yeah.
So when your marriage starts to go poorly,
You gotta work on it.
right, fair.
Because nothing.
So if
is
you're
going
married
to
to somebody,
yeah,
okay, and you're having issues, let's say in the bedroom, which I'm sure you're a stud and everything's fine, right?
oh, I do pretty well.
Okay. Anyways,
I get reviews. Holla at me. See me on Yelp.
Yelp. I want Yelp for people. I think that'd be fine. But we're moving on.
I thought you was going to really say something else.
Sticking to the topic. So let's say it comes down to a level of you're not communicating well. You guys do a little counseling. You start communicating better. Things get better. Back on track. She starts talking to a guy at work. Guy's cute. She enjoys talking to him. Whatever. If she cheats, what does that mean for your relationship?
That means that there's an issue in your relationship.
Okay, so you're married at this point. What is your next step after finding out or they admit that they've been unfaithful, they've cheated? I know that's a hard question to answer now.
No. And it's hard to answer because I'm not in that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not married.
Right.
But based on the information that you've given me, I would say, and this is for anyone, you have to figure out what the problem, because there are tons of people that would say I would just get divorced and there's nothing there. But there are also tons of relationships where they've identified the cheating and they've worked through it and their relationship is much better. So what I would say is that if you feel like that person is not who you're supposed to be with, then you try again. You have to figure out what the actual problem is, because there's always a problem. Like no one
obviously.
No one just cheats just to cheat. There's always something. There's usually something missing. For example, with the movie I told you about, the reason why she cheated is because she was looking for something a little bit more exciting.
Well,
her husband at the time was what's up?
It's probably because it comes down really to me fundamentally to a level of communication that's not being had.
Exactly.
So if you're uncomfortable with your spouse in a manner of, especially sexually or something like that, like they're not doing really what I want, that's a level of, you need to talk about it. That's something that has to be brought out into the open. You can't be embarrassed about, like, hey, listen, I know we've been married, let's say 8 years, but like the sex just isn't as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's something that needs to happen. Say, hey, I want to try something like this with you. Okay, well, we're in a steady relationship. We're married. Probably have kids at that point. I don't know, depending on the relationship. But, communication people take for granted, especially in a long-term relationship like that. They think that they know the person already. You should be learning about your spouse every day.
Every day.
And I know that's hard. I'm not married, but that's something that I want to.
No, it's not even about relationship. It's just people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like I will never know everything about you.
Right.
Never. Right. And just like when you live with someone, like I've talked to like older couples, you'll never ever know everything about that person.
Right. But the goal of marriage is to learn as much as you possibly can in the short amount of time that they have together.
Yeah.
Because really life it's a blink of an eye. It's so short. And it's a humbling and very sobering thing to think that, and it makes me so sad because there's a level of, I don't want to say ingenuine emotion, But like people just don't connect on the same level as they used to because of social media, because they think they already know everything. People have deep struggles, people have deep thoughts and things that they don't share with everybody.
No.
And even when you're married, there are certain things that people are even hesitant to admit to their spouses, that they don't want to come out of the closet about some things that happened in their past, some very scary things that happened to them. And I feel like in a communicative sense, a lot of that gets left on the wayside because they don't want to hurt their picture perfect marriage. They don't want to expose those parts of themselves because in the past they got hurt by it. And, to link it all back to what we were talking about with technology and how pornography has become so accessible to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though people use it as a cop-out because it is hard work to maintain a positive relationship in especially social media. And this ties into social media, that that couple looks so happy. They're going on vacation. They're always smiling in their photos. They look so cute. They're well dressed. You now compare your life to them. And that is crushing to some people because they don't see themselves at a level of success.
I don't know about you, but I think that is the most insecure thing ever, bruh. Like I can't. Like I cannot stand people, especially if I know the couple and I know that like
They
their
have issues.
relationship sucks,
Yep.
and they still post on social media
Yep.
for God knows what reason,
Because
just to seek validation.
And honestly, I've seen relationships like that. I'm like, you guys are having issues. Why are you posting cute pictures and commenting like, I love you? Like, for some people, that is the first sign that you can say, oh, something's wrong with that relationship.
Yeah, it's
and
like
not everybody. I'm not putting everybody in a big, spectrum there. But really, legitimately, it's kind of been done in a study that the people who post the most, especially in coupled relationships, are the ones that will typically fall apart
the fastest.
because you're putting it all out there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's your WCW, huh? That's your WCW. That's your man crush Monday.
Yeah, it could be woman.
Yeah, your
crush Wednesday.
MCM and shit. Sunday, I just heard you at church talking about you gonna divorce him
Yep.
or her. Yeah, him.
Yep.
There we go.
Just don't, it's a level of being upfront. There's nothing wrong with struggles in a relationship.
It's actually pretty healthy.
It is, Now, I don't think you should be arguing off the top of your head. I think you should be discussing in a level-headed manner, like adults, which I don't think anybody knows how to do anymore. Because if you talk to anybody, it breaks down. You're almost not allowed to have your own thoughts anymore, and it drives me up the wall. But that's another talk for another day.
Yeah, you want to know what someone told me the other day?
Tell me.
They said that a lot of times we all like you just said, we all have our own individual thoughts, right?
Yeah.
We all have what we see, what we want, our own goals and dreams, and all these things are based on how we grew up, our childhood, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's usually a disagreement, but you need to learn how to compromise. Like compromising is the biggest
It's hard
thing
for
like,
a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's like when you have problems like that, I think you should be happy as hell because that's a learning experience. That's your chance to learn and talk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's these people out there that are like, it's my way or the highway on the relationship. A man is going to, not bow down to, but whatever I say goes in the house, right? I'm not going to get with a man unless they have this specific personality trait. They are always going to listen to me. I run the house. That is, in my opinion,
With your trash ass.
the very wrong way to do that because it doesn't show that person a level of respect. Like, oh no matter what happens, you're wrong, I'm right. You know what I mean? There are going to be times where you are very wrong and they are very wrong, and it comes to a point of humbling yourself and being like, hey, listen, I know I was wrong. I'm sorry. And it's on that other person as well to be like, I understand that you were wrong. I'm not going to rub that in your face. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm going to say, I know. I'm sorry that we had this argument. I'm glad that we can talk about this, and I'm glad we can move past it and that we understand each other better now. It's coming to the table. A lot of relationships don't do it anymore. because it's hard, and you can easily find gratification on social media. Go anywhere you post a photo of just you by
Tinder.
yourself. Yeah,
Get Tinder, Grindr for you.
No, I'm not on Grindr. Not there. Don't look for me.
I'm just playing. Or am I? He's not a grinder.
I'm not.
He's not a grinder.
I'm not.
So what's all the dating sites? Tinder, Grindr, Bumble.
Hinge, Plenty of Fish, which isn't used very often. Yeah, those are the big ones.
You know a lot more than I do, sir.
Awkward. So Bumble was an interesting concept.
I like Bumble.
Yeah, where the girl has to talk first, but a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of women didn't like that.
Why?
But at the same time, they could be more selective, I guess.
Yeah, but why wouldn't a woman like that? I mean,
because a lot of them don't like stepping out of the comfort zone of asking, and they find it like a cop out for a guy to like, you're not man enough to talk to me.
But that's
first.
stupid though, because I feel like no matter what you say, you know what I'm saying? Like a girl's gonna be like, oh, he's thirsty. Like I don't, why would you say that? Like, well, how else am I supposed to?
Why would you say that?
Like, how else am I supposed to?
It's hard. Like I said, people have so many options, right? You're trying to catch somebody's attention in like a 5-minute conversation, because a lot of times that's as far as it lasts. So how do you be as engaging as possible by still being yourself and catching their attention? Yeah, it's hard.
I just use a lot of emojis, bro.
That are GIFs.
Yeah, but I'm not so good with like looking for GIFs.
I'm not either.
I'm really not.
I wish I was better, but here we are.
But I use emojis for everything.
Yeah, I like emojis. I don't use too many of them, but I still use them.
Yo, I love the straight face emoji. I straight face the hell out of people.
That's true. You guys couldn't see, but I just did it.
Did
just
you?
one more time for you.
So, that was amazing.
Thank you. I'm up for an Oscar this year. It's called Straight Face, the movie about a boy who couldn't smile.
Amazing. Nothing less than amazing.
Right.
You should win a
Oscar.
Oscar. Oscar.
Okay, I don't know why it's
Oscar.
All right, everybody. You know what? I think we have talked that subject almost to its completion or death.
Yeah, don't use any like animal was it metaphors?
Oh.
Yeah,
like beat a dead horse.
Yeah, PETA's coming after people. You can't say that. You're fat.
You don't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't say that. Anyways, guys, give us some feedback. Let us know if you want us to talk about something specific.
Make sure you subscribe, right?
You know how people say hit that, smash that subscribe button? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, tell everybody about this. I'm gonna say it. If I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Tell all your friends about us. Tell your grandmama. Tell your granddaddy.
But also,
if you're at the Chinese restaurant, hit up the workers there and let them know that they need to subscribe. With your order of beef and broccoli, or stir fry, or what is it? What do people normally get? General Tso's chicken.
They get the lo mein.
Nobody gets that. Everyone gets General Tso's chicken.
Well,
General Tso's chicken, bro.
Tso's. General Tso's?
That's a General Tso's, General Tso's, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's a delicacy within the community too. There you go. See, I'm putting you up on game for your test.
Oh my gosh.
I'm putting you up on game.
What is the test?
For your car.
Martin Luther King Day. That should be the test day. That's the most, I think.
That's next year.
It gives me a lot of time to study.
Oh my. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so you can hit us up on social media. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm Lindsay Shane Woodhouse, LD Investor. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Branden Blend. And my Instagram is the B Blend.
The B Blend.
One word, no caps.
Okay. So that's LD Investor and the B Blend.
And also our Instagram for the podcast, which is
Woodhouse Blend, or the Woodhouse Blend.
Is it the Woodhouse Blend or is it Woodhouse Blend?
I'm pretty sure it's the Woodhouse Blend. I gotta check.
Oh boy, we're getting.
I lied. I didn't even make it yet.
Oh my freaking!
But by the time, while you're hearing this podcast right now, it'll be up. So go ahead and follow us, man. Follow us. Give us some feedback. Put like raunchy ass comments.
No, don't do
on our
what he just said.
Hey, well, look, don't be. See, that's another thing. Don't be sensitive. You can't be sensitive
I'm
with
not.
comments.
I'm not. My skin is so thick.
Don't be blocking
It's
people.
thick with 2 C's.
Don't be blocking people.
Boy,
neither.
I'm thick.
Why you flaring your nostrils like that at me?
Thick.
Is this a grinder thing?
No. Grinder be like, yeah, I'm a thick boy. What is it? Dominant top, looking for a submissive bottom. I think that's what they say. I have a couple gay friends that's the lingo.
They're power bottoms.
I'm dying. Oh my gosh. I don't know their position of preference.
You never asked?
No.
You never asked?
I did have one.
Bro, like I got gay friends and I asked them.
I had one gay guy in the Army. We were at Fort Bragg doing an exercise, and he was like, listen, I just, you guys like pussy. I like dick. I'm just trying to get my nut either way. I'm like, wow, I've never related to you on such a level like this.
Bro, gay people are like the coolest people ever, man. They are so open if you give them a chance.
Boy.
So open.
Yeah, there was a guy at Ruby Tuesday who tried. He's like, I know you're in the closet. When you're ready to come out, let me know. I was like, John, appreciate it, bud, but it's just not gonna happen.
Ooh, you should be flattered.
I guess I was, but at the same time, I would like that from females more. Like,
I don't mind. I don't mind that gay dudes like come on to me, man.
Right. It's
honestly.
But I think it's just my personality.
It's flattering.
I think that's
flattering.
I think it's just my personality.
I say no. I say hell no.
Hell no.
But I'm flattered. I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
Anyways, guys, have a great day, evening.
Have a very
month,
blessed day.
Year.
You deserve it.
And
stay the fuck off your phone.
Peace up. A-Town down.
Deuce deuce.
Scroll. I made a face when I did that. You guys didn't see it. I'm gonna keep talking until he turns off the podcast. So hit me up. Don't smash that subscribe button because you might hurt your phone or computer. Okay, bye.
I'll just edit this out.
Oh, don't do it. Don't. Please stop.